Olaram, Sukhoi, Baljate Tor, Nervore. Welcome to, and I'm going to reveal something here. We are now going to call our podcast Under the Helm, the official podcast for the Keepers of the Way, the Mandalorian religious movement.
All right.
So we are going to go ahead and start off with a reading of this month's Tenet, which is number 8. Take it away, Zelnamore.
Tenet number 8. A Mandalorian should, to the best of their individual ability, strive to be as self-sufficient as possible. A Mandalorian must work towards self-reliance. This means they are to actively seek out ways to provide for themselves and their families, as well as educate themselves in gardening, first aid, survivalism, and other skills that remove their dependency on others. That said, there is no shame in taking aid when needed, provided one seeks to make restitution, if possible, or aid others when able. A Mandalorian accepts neither credit nor blame for what they did not accomplish. Anything offered as a gift should be accepted in the spirit in which it is given.
And you missed a line. No shame by accepting aid with open hands when needed.
Uh, I was reading directly from the picture that I was. Yes,
No, I was
I
following
see. I see
along
it.
on your translation.
Yes, that was added in. Yes, no shame by accepting aid when open hands with open hands when needed. Yes.
And now I'm going to attempt reading it in Mandoa. Ein Mandoade, Enteo Runair, Borarir, Parat, Sanast, Keshkui Sorair, Yoste, Ganar Par, Valast, Bal, Kesh Ali, Alite, Balish, Bajore, Solast, Petkatish, Carter, Cartel, Beish Sa, Vetir, Jahal, Gan, Baljor, Bal. Let's breathe a little bit. Majish, Cartele, Tahabir, Sanast, Be, Bat Ashia, Ashe Se. Really? That one's.
Where's the
Ashise.
translation?
Mandor Mondoa is where I'm reading from.
Are you okay, Vlad Julia?
Your normal coughing fit, you okay?
Yeah, I nodded.
Is it the
I'm fine,
newest
go
one?
ahead.
What's that, Kando?
Is it the newest one?
Yeah. Yeah, the one Zell posted at 12:27.
Okay.
Alright, where was I? Alright.
Nadosh Kote.
Nodosh kote de vore gate tengane e meglenir bik entea goyer bere lord yail lahil ein mandoade vore niben alejahat bal niben dushkote parmeg kesh nubari brali, right?
Which one?
Mandalorian accepts neither credit and neither blame for what they not succeed or accomplish.
Ein Mandoade Vare Neben Ali Jat Bal Neben Doshkote Bar Bahar Meg Kaish Novabe.
Yeah, but it's looks like it should be New Brali. You're
That might
missing. You're missing some
yeah,
letters in there.
yeah, Nubra, Nub,
New Brali.
the B and the R kind of almost makes like a V, kind of natural.
Nuvali.
Brali.
Nuvali. Is that what?
Mm. I'll get with
with Rainiana.
Rainiana
Okay.
afterwards.
And then finally we've got Mein Vende. That's a long one. Vende Nui. Sa ein de novi de nui. Started over. Mein Vende Nui. Sa ein de nui. Vegge she korir. Sherid vein vore. Sa be rupkoi te de nui. And again, none of us are professional Mandoa speakers. Not yet.
No.
Not by a long shot.
It's going to be a long while before we get to that point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Still working on
Like learning
the
another
dictionary.
language that's in the process of being created.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because me and Rainiana have been having to fix rules and whatnot as well to make it fluent and proper.
See,
Right.
that's also the thing. There's a lot of people working on this, and quite a few of those people speak with other languages.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the conflicting of, is English the base? But see, on that, I think technically it should be more Latin based, because most languages are Latin based.
The thing about Mandoa, to give a bit of a language lessons, is we have two, three different places that we're pulling from. We have Karen, we have Kunjoha, and we have
Tall Jair.
and Tal Jair.
I'm not sure Meryl's vocal, but I know Karen Travis is based off of an English dialect.
Yes.
Tall Jair is Russian.
And
Exactly. Then Kun Joha, I'm not sure where he pulls dialect from. Maybe
I'd have
English.
to get with Rainiana on that one as well, because I know like Tal Jair and Kun Joha mix like two different languages, while Karen's is definitely a base English.
Base England English.
Yes.
Not American
the
English.
Queen's.
Yes, the Queen's
the
English.
Queen's English.
No. It's no longer the Queen's English. It's
okay,
the
King's
English.
Now.
Okay,
we stopped caring about monarchies here in
king.
1776.
I would say proper English.
May she rest in peace.
Yes.
It changes when the monarch changes to be either the Queen's English or the King's English.
Okay, so I've got a question for y'all, specifically those who have seen Deadpool and Wolverine. You know about anchor beings.
The what?
You know about how anchor beings work.
Yes.
Yep. She was our anchor being.
Was she?
No. I was either thinking Harambe, Betty White, or Robin Williams.
It's a tough one between Robin Williams and Betty White.
I would like to add one more to that list.
Who did I miss?
Steve Irwin.
Yeah, I could see Steve Irwin being one of our anchor beings.
Mm-hmm.
I might have stolen most of those ideas from TikTok.
Oh yeah,
most definitely. But yes, as far as the language goes, me and Rainiana mostly, and I will preface this, mostly Rainiana has been doing most of the footwork on this of trying to get rules and everything to work out. She's been consulting with me in regards to like, does this sound right? Is this what we're trying to go for and everything and all that stuff?
Right, you're helping with the pronunciations into the English side.
With
the American.
With the American.
Not necessarily trying to get the phonetic sounding. Okay. And how it would look with the English lettering. Once we get that figured out, we can start translating into the written Mandoa language once we get that alphabet figured out as well. Right now we're
be able to write Mandoa.
Yeah, right now we're doing pretty decent on the speaking side of it. The written side of it is taking a little bit longer trying to get that alphabet to work properly.
To have your
okay, yeah. You're talking about the
keyboard.
text.
I wish there was a way to a program that could auto change what you're typing into Mandoa, like the actual script Mandoa.
There is programs out there. It's just dependent on whether the program you're running will accept it.
Works with it. Yeah, it takes a bit of programming for that, but it is possible.
Like, I've actually got the fonts as a file.
I do too, but
okay, I was about to say you should. It's available in the Discord. So self-sufficiency. How does everyone stay self-sufficient as best as possible? I'll start. I brew my own alcohol. I'm possibly looking at starting a little patio garden. Maybe, if I can somehow find a way to keep the dogs from getting to it. I am attempting to open my own businesses, so I'm not reliant on an employer to give me money.
Nice.
Yeah, shameless plug. I know. But if anyone wants vinyl decal stickers, hit me up. Either for your own shop or personal use. I'm also looking to get just like a standard HP printer soon, so I can do color stickers versus cutout stickers. Let's see, what else do I do that's self-sufficiency? Pay my own bills. Nobody pays my bills but me. That's a form of self-reliance. Doesn't have to be anything big like, hey, I'm a homesteader, I'm self-sufficient, I live off of the land. It's little things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, educating oneself on essential knowledge, such as first aid, survivalism, and other skills to remove dependency on others. Paying your own bills is a form of self-reliance.
Yep.
Not relying on, I'm going to use the term handout, just because it's the easiest one for me to think of right this second. But trying to get away from that handout mentality is a form of self-reliance. Let's be honest.
It is.
Not everyone is going to have the property or acreage for farming. Not everyone is going to have... Go ahead, Zell.
I was going to say, funny enough, you actually don't need very much land. If you have about half an acre of land, you have enough land to start homesteading.
Yep.
I live in an apartment. I've got a patio.
And
I fall into that category of not having any property for farming.
But a hanging garden is a good place to start.
You're not wrong.
You can grow tomatoes in a hanging basket.
You know, fun fact. I'm gonna go almost 26 years in the past and talk about high school. I was part of the FFA. So yeah, I took all of the agriculture classes. I live in the South. That's a big thing. And one of my fellow students decided to mix so much Miracle-Gro in with their potter of tomatoes. And when I say potter, I'm not talking about these little small potting plants. This dude used a horse trough.
Oh no.
Oh, we lost Urge. Oh well, he'll be back. And in greater numbers.
Oh no. I already see where this is going.
I want to know what you think happened.
It's going to go one of two ways. Far more produce than what he was expecting, or it did not go the way he planned whatsoever.
With as much Miracle-Gro that he flooded into this thing, you would think it would go the bad way. No, this thing flooded with tomatoes.
Yeah, that
The
was the good
vines were
outcome.
just so fucking huge. It's like, holy crap.
You know those giant pumpkin contests? That's how you get the giant pumpkin.
Yes. I mean, he didn't have giant pumpkin-sized tomatoes, but he had a lot of tomatoes. So that just goes to show you size of planting field matters. Because you ain't gonna get that out of a little small hanging garden planter. Hell no.
No, but you can do plenty with.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a self-sufficiency sized amount out of a hanging plant. You're not wrong. Will you be feeding an army? No, that's the horse trough. But you can at least feed yourself and maybe a few neighbors.
Yeah.
Community garden is a great thing.
You
It
know,
really
I know
is.
there are apartment complexes that are starting to do that more and more nowadays, actually.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where there's actually a good spot over on that hill to do that.
when I moved into this place, I don't know if it's still there, but we found some wild green onions in our backyard.
Ooh.
That stuff had like a slight, what's the word? Not garlic. Yeah, slight garlic flavor to them as well. They
That's
were
interesting.
absolutely delicious.
I bet.
But I think
Yeah, well,
kill
so
them.
yeah, getting doing above ground garden bed, decent sized uh, potter planters. You can grow a lot of things like small herbs just right there in the kitchen. Even
Yeah,
that
we've
will
got.
also help with pest control too.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of in kitchen cooking. Otherwise, I would do the herbs. Not saying I
No,
do a
we've
lot
got
of
a
out
nice.
of kitchen cooking like DoorDash deliveries. No, don't think that.
No.
No,
Yeah,
not
because
as much
like
as you would think. The
if you
girlfriend,
want
on
to
the other hand,
avoid
lives off of DoorDashes.
like rats, roaches, ants, and things like that, have rosemary, thyme, mint. Um,
In fact, I'm just
Regular
saying, I got an
onions
eyelash that's
do
fucking with my
deter
contacts.
most pests as well.
yeah, juniper.
They're good for anti-pest control as well as spices and herbs themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Herbicide.
Yes, thank you.
No, herbicide. Herbicide is when it kills plants.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that is?
Um,
An herbicide is a plant killer. Like what is it? The
Like
saccharin
pesticide,
stuff.
but for plants.
Yeah.
So I've talked about my self sufficiency. Kando's kind of talked about his a little bit. Zell, have you?
say again.
Your form of self sufficiency, even if it's the
Uh,
littlest amount that you can do in barrack life.
my form of self sufficiency is, um, as of right now, just gaining knowledge. I search for like how to homestead with growing things, uh, survival skills, learning some really interesting things like I think it's along the lines of like iron coal. Um, it's it's really famous being made over in Japan. That is wood that's been charcoaled to the point where it sounds almost like metal or glass when you like bang it together, and it's a bit on the pricey side, understandably considering what all goes into it, but it's really, really good coal that can even be used to like grill indoors because it has such a low carbon monoxide uh, expellent. If that makes sense, it produces very, very little carbon monoxide gas. Yeah. I also learned things of like how to make torches, how to do bug repellent while outdoors, learning different wildlife plants for different that can be used as anti-inflammatory, um, antibacterial, things of that nature. I'm also learning things for crafting, such as leathersmithing still, metallurgy, um, coming up with ideas on how to, make my kit myself should I ever get the finances to be able to get the material to produce my armor as well as um, basically my religious artifacts of our faith.
Right. So I do have. Sorry to interrupt, but I do have a question for you about the bug repellents. Is there
Mm-hmm.
a one for flies?
One for yes, there is. Give me a second, and I can find that for you.
Because working in the recycling industry, at least in the summertime, it has gotten fucking rancid with flies in there. And if I'm not in the Bobcat, I'm swatting flies away every 5 seconds, it feels
Okay.
like.
So, natural fly repellents can be citronella, eucalyptus, lavender, peppermint, basil, cinnamon, clove, lemongrass, rosemary, apple cider vinegar, citrus, coconut oil, lemon balm, thyme, catnip, uh,
Sorry, my mind
cayenne
just went to
pepper.
all of those cat videos on TikTok of cats high on catnip.
Mm, yeah.
Sorry.
So those are some like natural herbs and plants that can help with uh,
I wonder if I can
repelling
suggest to
flies.
my boss about getting some citronella candles. Then
Oh, you'd never be able to put citronella in. Not with an open flame.
well, there ought
You
to
could
be
do.
another way to
They have wristbands
yeah. Because
that are
I know
citronella.
I can't get an open flame at work. No, not with the amount
Yeah,
of
no.
dust we've got in that place. Nah, even just
Yep.
once, it just
Yeah.
even the waste management containers dropping. But we've had a couple incipient fires from that. So no, having citronella candles, live flame candles, nah, that shit ain't gonna fly. No,
No.
no, all pun intended on the fly part.
So if you use like, and this sounds almost snake oily, but
How do you spell citronella?
citronella,
Yeah,
uh,
T. Yeah.
Citronella.
just doing a quick
Yeah, if you
Amazon
can get those
search.
plants, if you can get those plants, and muddle them down into their oil and mix them together, uh, add them into a bottle of water for a bit, and you can just like spray it on you, and it'll actually keep flies away. Let's see. Mosquitoes despise pine. They despise pine as a scent.
Who flies?
Um,
Yep. No
Mosquitoes.
Oh,
mosquitoes.
Yeah,
they also don't
they
like
have.
citronella either.
Actually, peppermint, lavender, and rosemary are good, and thyme are good combination to avoid flies, and um, as well as regular mint.
I love the smell of mint.
I love the
Mm.
smell of citronella. I know that's a little weird, but
Lavender is a nice one because it'll help provide repellent against a lot of insects, but it also helps give a calming uh, aromatherapy. Like here in my barracks, I use the lavender vanilla air freshener for my barracks room,
okay.
and it helps me relax and go to sleep better than if I didn't have it.
I just fall asleep listening to music, especially if I want to actually sleep a while.
If you guys wish to have uh, a natural torch, if you can get your hand on pine tar, you can actually coat that on matches to create a stormproof match.
Mm.
Um, take pine tar, melt it down, and then take a cat's tail seed pod, the corn dog looking things, and let it absorb all the pine tar and whatnot.
Oh, you're
Let it
talking about the
dry.
plant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the corn dog looking plant.
Don't bite into that.
Yeah, do not eat.
No, do
Do
not eat
not
that.
eat. That is not nature's hot dog.
It
That's
is
not nature's
Um,
corn
forbidden
dog.
corn
Don't do it.
dog.
Don't let the inner thoughts win, people.
uh, um, Funny enough, I've actually tricked someone into doing that.
Nice. I gotta go let dogs out of crates. I'll
How
be back
bad
in
was
just a
it?
second.
Um, but yeah, you take one of those, coat it in pine tar, and let it dry, and you have about 15 to 20 minutes of a really good torch material.
Good to know.
That all you have to do is find a fairly thick branch, uh, cut a T notch in one end of it to where you can place the cattail into. Light it up, and you have a really good, like, pretty strong wind resistant torch that you can easily just replace. Just be mindful of the dry season.
Right.
Um, if you're out in the wild and you have like an aluminum can, puncture like 4 holes around the base of it for airflow. Put some coals into it, and then some pine needles, and then a few more coals on top of that so that it smolders. Creates really thick smoke that you can, if you attach it to a branch, you can actually walk around and have a really good mosquito repellent. Um,
Good knowledge.
uh, One of the easiest tricks for fire starting is get some dried bark and rub it in between your hands to try to make it nice and fine. And if you have a water bottle uh, filled, you can actually use it as a magnifying glass to start the fire as well. And funny enough, guess what happens if you put a bottle of water full next to a fire?
It explodes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it
You
can,
also get
yes, if you
boiled
keep it
water,
covered. Yeah, the plastic will not melt, but the water will boil. So you
But
can
it
get
will
boiled water
leach.
that way.
It will leach off a bunch of chemicals into your water, but
It can, yes, depending on the type of plastic that's used. That's
which
like a
most of those.
emergency. That's like an emergency. I need water now type
yeah,
situation, though.
I get that.
Which most of those crinkle bottles, like you, those cheap bottles, are a PET.
Soft plastic.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. The drinking water out of a plastic bottle especially if you like boil the water in a plastic bottle. That would be unhealthy in the long run.
So, Julia, what do you do for self-sufficiency, self-reliance?
Oh, right now it's just day to day doing my job at the casino.
Pay,
Um,
paying your own bills. Like I said, that's a form of
yeah,
self-reliance.
yeah, yeah. That's the major effort.
That's the major effort for everybody.
Yeah, I mean we have to decide where we're going to spend our time and energy,
Right.
and then of course once depending upon whether or not civilization keeps chugging along, it'd probably be the foreseeable future. But if like the end of the road comes along, well, then you're gonna have to reassess everything and go from there.
Yep.
So can't say
The
what you're gonna
bills
do.
are not gonna keep piling on, and probably ain't gonna get paid either. So that kind of will be moot point come the end of civilization.
Yeah, but as I said before, my initial plan is to hope that civilization does keep chugging along. Civilization may change, but I hope that the changes that do come are like slowly introduced so that we can all adjust to it and keep chugging along. Because a sudden change could be as bad as collapse. Because there are some lines in the sand I won't cross.
Right.
No, I think we all have those lines.
Yeah.
Prepare for the worst, pray for the best.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a type of saying for that for work. Pray for 8 hours, fear for 12, hope for 4.
Hope for 10.
No, hope for 4. That's the minimum amount of work hours most places will do.
That's a half day for me.
Right.
That's a third of a day for me.
Firebug, you're a little too late on that. Dank Ferrick made him lose already.
Oh no! I made Derek lose. We gotta love it the minute she comes in.
Yep. See, I win. Not quite.
Oh.
So who do we have lurking in your TikTok right now? Only shows me, Official Bearded, and Jeth Savan, and Reagan Page.
So could go.
I lured him out of hiding. Sorry, Jeth.
I don't even have to copy and paste Firebug. My phone just now predict texts it.
Damn.
So,
Welcome,
yes.
everybody. In case you're just joining, you're on the live hour of Under the Helm, the Keepers of the Way Mandalorian Religious Movement podcast. Not just live time with Kando.
And topic is self-sufficiency.
Alright, where did that message go? I'm going to repin that now.
Way up there.
Not too far up.
Self-reliance.
Yeah, self-sufficiency, self-reliance.
Same difference.
Right.
Synonyms. Wow, I actually know that word.
He's a smart boy. He's learning shit. Alright, well, I guess we can get back to language for the next 10 or 15 minutes, like I said. So, Zell, how about we talk about the Tenet itself and what it took to get some of these words translated. How about that? He's like, shit.
He put me on the spot.
Yes, I did.
Well, considering this was done by Miss Rainiana herself, not very much me. As I said, Rainiana is a blessing to our faith when it comes to these languages because she's been doing a lot of the most artwork. I've just been a consulting matter in this.
Which it makes it even more unfortunate that she's going to be leaving the server.
Mm-hmm. But I do understand.
I'll talk to you. It's a whole can of worms. Not going to talk about it on live.
and inform me later of this.
Yes.
This is the first I'm hearing of this. Okay. Continue on topic.
Yep.
We will cut that out. Or
can't cut it out live.
Yeah.
No, but I can the recording side.
I mean, let me just pull up some of the
Okay, maybe just in
conversations
general. Take away the topic part, or the Tenet part, and just in general, what does it take to translate words? Or make new words?
So when it comes to, I'll just go over the process that we're kind of doing with this. So for one thing, when it comes to the English language, we have a lot of words that are synonyms. They're words spelled different, mean the same thing basically. Just some are like considered more proper and whatnot. What we're doing is we're kind of condensing those down into like one or two words in Mandela, depending on how they're used, basically. So
Right.
we're not having like thousands and thousands of different Mandela words that in their root mean the same thing.
So, for example, I'm going to pull from Spanish here because I do a lot of Spanish speaking at work. If you want to say we work, instead of saying the English we work, there would be trabajamos. Or we want, queremos, where they combine it into that one word.
Yes,
and
there are
that's
some
what we're
Mandela words
doing
that are
with,
phrases as well.
and that's what you and Rainiana are trying to do with our language.
Yes, I can actually pull up a few examples if you give me a second. Where is our thing? Go.
Which, for reference, if you want to say our language in Mandoa, it's Kunjoha.
Give me two words that mean the same thing in English, but are two different words.
Republican and Democrat.
Osik. Shabuir.
We avoid politics, everyone.
Why, it was funny because they're
politics.
As funny as it is, yeah, let's avoid the politics.
I mean, you know what a group of baboons is called, right?
Yeah, it's called Congress.
Yeah, Congress.
Yeah. Quite apropos.
The irony of
anyways.
it.
Anyways.
Let's not get Kando banned off of TikTok.
Yeah. Please.
Or me off of Twitch.
I haven't been banned yet, and I don't look forward to getting my first one. That's not a challenge, Cadis.
Excuse me. I was laughing because of what you said, not because I want to get you banned. If you get banned off of TikTok, how am I going to send you videos?
You can still send me videos. I just can't go live.
Well, yeah. How are we supposed to spread the word of the way if you're banned off TikTok? Then it hurts me more than it hurts you.
No, two words with the same
two
meaning, basically.
Right.
That's no, like
two different words with the same meaning.
Yeah, hold on.
One word with two meanings.
Or sounds the same but spelled differently. Not that either. I can actually give.
I'm just going to Merriam-Webster's yeah, that word.
Like here's an example.
Excuse me.
I can be translated as either beam or array.
What was the word?
I.
Like EYE?
I have one.
AYE.
AI.
I have one that we haven't thought about that we use all the time. However.
Which one?
And but.
Yeah?
Yes. Let me see if I can find that in Mandela.
Or also and two.
I fucking hate that I looked this up now. No. Kando, you know that trend that's
So,
going on TikTok right now? Demure, mindful.
I don't
oh
know.
God,
I don't even know what
I
that
know what
means.
you're talking about.
I
I am
fucking
too
It's so
hate
old for
not
that
this.
demure.
trend. And
So
apparently,
it's so
thanks
not
to.
demure.
You're not being very
So
mindful,
stupid.
sir. Shut up.
Not very demure, sir.
Oh, I
What the
hate
hell
that
does that
trend.
mean? Am I too old for this?
Yes.
Yes, we are. But apparently, demure is the number 4 lookup on Mary. Nope, it's number 3 now. It just the fuck went up in the last 30 seconds.
That's your
Hmm.
fault.
Probably.
So
When was this word created? That's what I want to know.
demure has
Not
been around for
recently. It's
like
been, yeah.
ages. Demure is like a really old word, actually.
Yeah, it goes all the way
Um,
back to the Middle Ages, if not further.
So,
um,
Merriam-Webster defines it as affectedly modest, reserved, or serious.
so for an
Which has to do
example,
with
going
sorry, go ahead.
as I going back to the language lesson.
Yes, please.
Um, in English, we have also and too. They kind of mean the same thing, just used in different contexts. In Mandoa, we use bala to mean both of those.
Basically, cutting down the
Uh,
English language as best we can.
exactly. Yeah, we're trying to bring it down to where our language is very direct,
Time to let the doggies
to the
in.
point.
Who let the dogs
Making it
in?
less confusing.
Baskut in Mandoa translates to fur, wool, yarn.
Clothing material. Lack of a better word.
Yeah,
Wow.
minus cotton.
Man, leather.
Hair from an animal, to be
Okay.
precise.
Fur?
That makes
Hmm.
actually more sense.
Yeah, fur,
Pute?
wool, yarn, hair from animal. Because cotton, I believe, is a different word. We have uh, Basveten for prairies, safari, wildlife, zoo. Uh, Bat Batganir for wipe, grind, rub. You know, we're trying to condense Fermendoa to be more simple to translate to where one can easily understand it of like contextually what are you trying to say when you say these words, but I know what they mean in their simplistic form when translating to the English language.
That's where context
If
is
that,
key.
yeah, we're trying to make it a context because most languages outside the U.S. are actually context based, from what I've seen. That's why it's so hard for some languages to translate directly into English because there is no direct translation
Right.
because it's all about context. Like for me, I I can comprehend more Spanish and Japanese than I can actually speak.
And you know,
I
there's
get,
one of
but I catch context clues of like I know this word, and this word from that sentence, and I can sort of piece it together of what's being said.
those type of words that I absolutely love. It's German. The word Schadenfreude.
Yep.
Schadenfreude. Hmm.
For those who don't know, the English translation is taking pleasure in someone's pain.
Someone
Hmm.
else's displeasure.
Yeah,
Another word for that, sadist. Though that's more
French.
sexual oriented, as well as being French. Yeah, or
The side.
being sadistic. So
immature.
that's sort of that's how our language is currently being developed and created is trying to eliminate confusion. It's
Jen!
what how
Sorry.
are these words used in the English language and are they similar to other words when used contextually the same? And so from there, if there are any new words that need to be created, we're seeing if there's any words that we can sort of combine into giving the idea of what we're talking about. Like, I believe in the beginning of our podcast's life, Cadis, you created a word for fireworks.
Yes, and it's still in the Mandor Mondoa pin list, I think.
Um, I can find it.
I just realized we haven't seen Shannon in a very long time.
It has been a while, hasn't it? We might want to look into her.
I know she was taking a sabbatical for a while, so she might still be on that.
Mm-hmm.
No, apparently I found my Mandoa translation, or at least the English Mandoa translation of Valhalla Calling.
Mm.
Have you tried singing it yet?
No. No,
Ah,
I'll try it.
Alright. When you sing it, record and put that up. I want to hear that.
I'll try
no,
that after the podcast.
you guys didn't listen. It's not the Mandoa translation, it's the English translation of the Mandoa. So it's not the Mandoa words, it's the English words. Fireworks, there we go. Mesh Treshiat.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got
And
Jacket Lambaram,
do you have
the apostrophe, which is also Betten, or B10, if you're Rainiana. We came up with a term for fur baby, Kutika.
mm-hmm.
We came up with the
what
term
words
for
did you use for fireworks? Because I remember you talking about it in one of the first podcasts that you combined like artillery and something else to
let
create
me
that
see.
word.
Let me get into the Mandoa
Just the word
dictionary.
pretty. It was just
What?
the word pretty. Pretty artillery. You know, artillery that's
Pretty
pretty and
artillery?
not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I took Mesh from Meshla, which is pretty or beautiful, I think. Waiting on.
Yeah, I remember. I remember all this.
Good, because I don't.
And you were the one putting it together. But
That's actually the first one we've had in the hour and a half, or the hour we've been on. So yeah, I took Meshla, which is beautiful. Yeah, beautiful artillery.
okay.
And then I just
Yeah,
took
so
the LA off of Meshla.
yeah, doing things of that nature is how we're also creating words that we don't actually have currently in Mendoa is fine. And doing that can actually be seen in other languages like German actually has a lot of like the word for this is more of like its description. If you were to actually translate it to English, it'd be more of how is it. You'd be more describing what the item is versus directly calling it such. And I will never stop laughing at how the German word for hospital and ambulance.
Yes, it's always funny.
Okay.
Krankenwagen and Krankenhaus.
So on that
It is
note,
just,
would you like to know how I came up with the word for video game? So I took Sorgan, which means picture, and I betted that onto Goroya. So Sir Goroya, picture game. not, not as eloquent as you thought it would be.
Sounds more like Pictionary.
Not
mm,
wrong, but I couldn't think. I
what
couldn't find
what do
anything for moving
what
picture game.
about electric?
Ooh,
Electric
Like
yeah.
game.
electricity game?
So Mandoa.org does not have anything for electric, even
Let me
electricity,
see.
because
Let
it
me
would
see what
still
I got.
show got electromagnetic, but we don't have anything for electricity. That's great. Electromagnetic game. Sapanish Goroya.
There is Drull, which means bright, glowing, strong, or powerful.
No. So apparently my OBS gave out, so it just gave
It
me a
restarted.
notification that I'm now live on Twitch again. So apparently,
I'd have to look into
I did
creating
not.
a word for electric.
Right. So apparently, the word that I found for video is sorte or sorte, and that's where I got video game from. Was sorte Goroya,
That would work, yeah.
which is not on Mandoa.org. So I must have gotten that from Tal Jair's PDF.
Electric is an adjective, and it's supposed
Sortai. So yeah,
ila.
sortai is
Ila.
video or video recording. So that is actually direct translation video game.
Yeah, sortai.
Good, I didn't think I
Yes.
had butchered that as bad as I thought. Picture game, that just didn't
Yeah.
sound right.
Sortai goyi.
Goroya.
Sortai goroya.
Yay, we're coming up with new words. Or
Yay.
reclaiming new words.
So, thank you everyone for joining us, either on the live streams or the recordings. We much appreciate it. If you would like to learn more about the Keepers of the Way, both myself and Kando have the link tree posted in our bios. The link tree will take you to all of our social medias. The Way has our own Facebook page. Yes, Kando, thank you for pointing at your QR code. Feel free to hit that too on his. But it will take you to all the social medias for the faith. We've got TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, of course the Discord.
I actually need the link tree.
Jazz posted it in
yeah,
this.
Zell just posted it in the
Thank you. I
Twitch.
am going to put that on my TikTok after this.
Okay.
Oh, look who showed up.
right at
Right
the
at
tail
the
end. Which is fine. We're still going to be live after this. I'm just stopping the recording. So I have been your host, Kadale Kabor, otherwise known as the General Grievous on TikTok. Yes, I changed my name to General Grievous, so anytime someone says hello there, I can say General Kenobi. Yeah, I did it for the fun of it.
And you missed an opportunity.
Ah, yes, I see that. General Kenobi, welcome. I just saw the name join. I didn't see it. Sorry, Zelp. Go ahead.
This is Zal Namore. Always here to help. Ebe Kruni. This is the way.
Kande Drashaya, Ibikuruni.
like you're